This is a rough zone to fight, especially in the end game. But the action doesn't stop, and we're going right back in to another matchup here in the European region. Players continuing to queue on and
Aries and Kylix. Aries and Kylix, two of the young duo right here. Aries, one of the younger competitors on the scene. We saw a glimpse of Airwalks and Nikov up there as well. I'm really rooting for these guys. Love their gameplay, love their duo synergy. Aries is one of these players that I talked to on social media. Nice job from Kylix here, but I see him on social media. He's got a positive outlook. He's not one to play the blame game. Instead, he's willing to learn from his mistakes and try to become a better player day in and day out. And this, when they have the confidence, this is scary because they know they're going to put down the pressure here. So Kylix is coming in to back up Aries.
Yeah, I do want to highlight, though, that it was off screen there as we were in that more overhead POV, but Aries built out and blocked Kylix from being able to throw the stinker. So it's not the biggest deal because they did follow up with that elimination and then brought Kylix back up to 190 HP effectively. But those are just things that you got to be a little cautious of, and you need to just be a bit more synergized when you deal with this. But
ultimately, it did still work out because the Siphon came back to heal him.
Really, just pointing out that those are instances that in the late game you just got to be mindful of, But look at this. You talked about the coverage that you can get with this. It is crazy. You can get with the Shadow Bomb, man.
Yeah, DM6 just got all the way across the map here, so they went to the half in, half out zone. This is zone 5, guys. They're effectively right in the middle, which will also give him favor to the next moving zone as well, and allow them to put all pressure on. His players are now forced to move on in. You see Q there. I'm pretty sure Q, and you guys might be able to, correct me if I'm wrong, but they changed regions. I think they came from the Asian region to the European side.
I'm looking it up right now. Yes, so Q is a player from South Korea.
That's insane.
Yes.
Coming from South Korea to Europe to have better odds, just player pool-wise for teams that can make it through during these weeks. European has the largest.
That's true, and
that's commitment.
And they're still performing very well. Yeah. But we're over here back to the GW team, DM Sick, as well as Emzer. L2R2. You gotta love it. You gotta hit the L2R2. Okay.
Don't spam it. Don't spam it. Golden Boy knows about that.
Oh yeah, man. Although I am making the shift to keyboard and mouse now.
Sell out, guys. He's selling out.
It has been very difficult. I have very old hands, and it is tough. It is tough. But what is tough is also this gatekeeping that's being done by the GW duo, preventing these players, Hawkers and his teammate, from getting out. That's going to be a confirmed elimination. That's number 2 as far as points are concerned, but you got to get to that top 15 so you can start to earn some points. And there's 16 duos left, so one more duo needs to go, and you can already start to see it come to fruition as players have their backs against the wall.
This is the pressure zone. Zone 6 is the pressure zone. If you get there first, you get ahead of everyone, you can put them to the storm and really rack up on Elims. But you gotta make it there. Sick gets caught out by Chairs and Lion.
That
on the rotation.
Unfortunate, Monster. Like, he was going up thinking, okay, we're good here to ramp up, and then just boom. Like, that's it. You end up losing it all. So they got to use that launch pad. Get out of there.
Love it. He actually checks before he uses it, right? You don't see that very often. He actually clears the airspace and makes good usage of the launch pad in time.
He had time. That was the number one thing. He had time. Sometimes players, they're in that moment, they're going to the launch pad because the play is to just wait for that final moment to hit that launch pad. I think a lot of players are just recognizing now that these launch pads typically have been blocked
out.
So you just need to be a little bit more mindful.
Late.
Exactly. But here's the Solary duo of Nikov and Airwalks with that legendary minigun. That is a devastating tool to have here in the late game. Can bust right through the walls, and they're just going to try and continue to play the defensive game here, Monster.
Last we checked, they were in 3rd on the standings, guys, with about 3 or 4 games remaining. So every single game matters. These are great positions to be in as they make it to the late game. 13 duos remain here. They want to break it into that top 5-ish areas, right? So they can get those extra points. Can they get some placement and some elims? They need elims here. They're on 0 right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed as well, but there was a nice shot. Good shot there onto Dernico from Nikov. The player tries to open the door, but hello. You're going to get greeted the proper way by Solary's Nikov, who gets the second elimination. That's 2 points for them. They're looking pretty solid thus far. Bear in mind, you saw it in the feed that the WGS players are still going to be in this one too, but we got this more overhead view, and there's Horde, but Airwalks and Nikov, man, they destroy Maggle down low.
2v2, Airwalks and Nikov, 2v2'd, straight up for the high ground there. Back to Lion and Cheers. We've already seen Lion putting in good work with Cheers here. They're gonna get the Asian duo who's moved over to the European region here. There it is, that's the final shot right there on that second player. So Lion effectively takes out both of them by himself with pressure. He does not have a duo at this point.
Okay, he's got to be very careful, though. He's so low. And then you got Solary, Airwalks, and Nikov up above in the high ground. Kylex, who we saw a little earlier on, did pretty well, made it to the late game. And then you got, Bino or 3Eno. I mean, I don't know, but sorry, I'm going to kind of butcher your name there, but you can't blame me. It's a little confusing. But I like that. I like that Nikov and Airwalks. They're just campfiring out. They're just playing this more subdued game here, not trying to force things. Get the victory royale, get the 10 placement points because they have the high ground. A lot of these players are going to be very low. Lion is the only player that is going to be down low with a full 100-100. Actually, the only player with 100-100 as it currently stands has that life lead, but does not have a partner to keep himself in this game. And Lion getting hit with that shot. Nikov, Airwalk still going to be up above, owning the high ground, the ultimate high ground, and Lion's waiting inside of the pyramid. He goes right in, and he's going to pop Nikov, knocking him down a peg. 25 HP left for Nikov, and he's got to take a moment to just pop those minis so he can get back into the fight. Airwalk still going to be up above, looking for the players. Nikov goes into the scuffle, wants to get his hands a little bit dirty here, and perhaps he might just do that. Because you want to get in the action, and if he can get the siphon, he can keep himself going in this game. Players low. Armoid is going to be out of this one, and it's going to be left to this final player, 3Eno. But it seems like it's going to be the Solary duo who will pick up the victory royale if it keeps going like this. They know exactly where he is. They just got to break this structure down, force this guy out of the fight. There's Lion up above, though, and I thought that 3Eno was the only one left, but it's Lion on the high ground, and it ain't going to matter because that legendary minigun is going to get the confirmation. Victory royale for Solary, Nikov, and Airwalks.
For a second there, Lion almost had enough time and opportunity to pop off that med kit. The Solary duo pretty much gave up their ground for a second there and completely forgot about Lion.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it works out that he just didn't have enough health in that situation.
Crazy endgame.